Welcome back. It's day 2 of my autumn tree challenge, and today's tree is a lesson on knowing when to stop. I'm starting off with a light sketch. I don't always sketch, but when I do, I usually sketch the main shape and then I end up building it out a little bit more as I add the paint, so the sketch marks don't really show up, but I also lighten the pencil marks using a kneaded eraser before I start painting. I started off with a mixture of probably about 75% nickel azo yellow and maybe about 25% of quinacridone burnt orange. This gives me a shade that is very close to quinacridone gold. I painted in my first layer and then I added in some of the tree branches to give me a guiding shape. Once everything is dry, I go back in with a little more of the quinacridone burnt orange and start adding some of the shadow areas to my tree. Something else I really like about painting fall trees is that you often see trees that are in various states of color changing, so I like having that mixture of yellow and orange in there, almost like the tree is just gradually moving towards the brighter color that it's going to be later in the season. Now, I told you that today's tree was going to be a lesson in figuring out when to stop, and this is about that point. This is something I really like about recording my process, is that as I watch the video back, I can really see where I start overdoing it. I think what I'm already learning on day 2 is that one of the biggest issues I have is as I'm painting, I think I try to keep balancing things out by adding more shadow areas, adding more branches. Yet in nature, trees are very asymmetrical, and the more that I fiddle with it and try to make it perfect, the more it becomes overdone. But that's okay. I think that's kind of the point of doing this kind of practice where you're painting the same thing over and over again, and it really helps you figure out what you like and what you don't.